So guess what? We're going to take a moment right now because I'd like to actually take time to express what I find is a very holistic view of magic. Now, not just magic as in terms like let's pull a bunny out of a hat. This is something more deeper. This is magic with a K. So M-A-G-I-C-K. It's in the title. So when we're dealing with magic, I like to simply put that there's many definitions out there, there's many occultic studies, and there are many, I guess, diverse options of how you want to define this. And even the interpretations are varied by their own perspectives of people's walks, whether it's by their culture or their studies. This idea has a lot of different connections. So when I want to take the form of magic with a K, this provides us something that goes into defining life essence, the idea of nature in itself, the essence in which we receive light from the sun, bring it towards us to recreate and transmute it in towards something in which we are experiencing our everyday life to take in and to work with. Now, does that involve the conscious aspect of things? Does it involve who we are as an individual? When we're working with the idea of magic, it is not only something that is of nature, of universe, of the essence in which it is all creating. We are also self-driven. It is a will that makes that possible. And when you're dealing with that will, we are also taken into mind that this is a direct, an aspect of self that we are conscious of to choose the way in which we want to actually assert ourselves, assert our attention, assert the infinite potential that each of us are participating to be. So when we're gonna have to have this idea of magic, we're all capable of it. Much like art in itself, art is this refined, I guess, fine art version of what magic can be. When we're willing to take an individual self and to refine this aspect of creativity and to honor it and to make it a work of life, a work of passions, that in itself offers you as the vessel to create such wonder. So when we're always in the mindset of providing the option for universe to create potential, we're seeing this series of events unfold almost as if it is a divine dance. And this divine dance we partake in is how synchronistic we may be in it. Because some of us may be on key where we feel the rhythm, we feel the music. We have aspects of this reality that aren't defined by the words and perceptions in which we easily share with others and define through the media in which we express in the world. That aspect of who we are as an individual, our heart, our soul, the spirit that fires our passions are the things that show that magic in the moment. That magic as it is producing opportunity, not just to be, but the will to utilize this force of nature and drive it towards manifesting something in this physical reality, or the concept to make it physical, to make it solid, to make it whole. We are given that opportunity. We're given that potential. And if it's not in our own heart to do so, then it's by the nature of who we are as an individual to understand that we have all that potential. We cannot deny it. It might be in our own light, it might be in our own nature, but that's not up for anyone else to decide besides you discovering who you are as an individual. We may learn more through astrology, we may learn more through occultic studies, the balance of polarities, the divine, the feminine, the masculine, all the essences of nature, the ability to create, to make foundations, to allow yourself to direct but also feel and receive. This balance is all moderation. Why? Because this key is how these occultic studies always understand this world. Now, to understand magic is really to understand the natural world at its purest of form, to strip the identity, to strip the labels, and to provide a clear understanding is something of communicating and understanding nature without the idea of bringing form to it. This is not something that is seen in the West, because the West is an identity of this divine masculine force to provide that idea out there and make form, because we are able to manifest that destiny. But when you're seeing a destiny take place, It is the will that is driving it. But in the feminine form of definitions, we are able to understand that magic is a force of that feminine nature. So we are not able to give it this masculine point of view. So if you're understanding why the sun shines, think next time that maybe this form of everything unfolding provides all this, a vehicle for magic to come and take place, to be. Now, as I let this set in, much like the sun over the mountain range, I'm going to let this be a lasting, peaceful moment to say thank you for checking out this video, and I hope that this understanding, this idea, this concept I provided in this moment, which you are now watching at your own leisure, to take form, to provide your journey with a better understanding of what magic is, and to better understand why I provide such an idea to give my identity, my title of Waking Magic and Waking Canvas, and this idea to work with magic, something that is important for myself, and to provide this out there for clearer understandings for all who are discovering the idea of magic and many of the occultic arts, which I hope that can be welcomed into the collective one day soon. Thank you very much, and as always, stay true.